Morning, church. Orville here, pastor over Caring Ministries. Good to be with you on this 4th of July. Hope you're going to enjoy your family and friends today. It's always good to remember how we got independence and not how to fall back into a situation that takes it away from us. Our passage this morning is out of Numbers 24, and this is a struggle we find here with the prophet Balaam. Being independent to do a mission for God, but struggles with it inside to be able to want to over his own doing his own will, other than what God would have him to do. So the setting is that Israel is ready to go into the promised land, and right at the threshold, they have to cross through Moab. They're not going to defeat Moab. They want to go through Moab. The king there, Balak, is concerned about that, doesn't think that's going to happen, thinks they're going to take him over, and they want to come against him, but they're too big. And so he calls in the big guns, the prophet Balaam, and wants to see if he would curse them and give him an advantage over them. But Balaam frustrates the king by, he can't curse them, all he can do is bless them. And so there's a struggle there he has with the king and with himself, because there's a big reward here. There's a big financial gain for Balaam, but he can't say anything but what God has him to say. So the struggle goes back and forth here, and I don't know, I can relate to that myself. I have a struggle. I know what is right. I know what God wants me to do and to serve Jesus, and I struggle. The world is enticing, the compromise, wanting to do things that I would have personal gain that would affect me, and not so much affect the kingdom of God. So we find here that in the middle of one of the prophecies that he gives, in verse 17, it reads like this: I see him, but not now. I behold him, but not near. A star will come out of Jacob, a scepter will rise out of Israel. He will crush the foreheads of Moab, and the skulls of all the sons of Sheph. So he's speaking of a future king, a star king that's going to come out of Israel, and it'll be the doom of Moab. Well, it's interesting that he also we find out in Revelations 2:14 that Balaam does find a way. His desire to get the wealth of Barak, he finds a way that God would work against his own people. And how it happens is that he instructs Barak that he would send his women in there and would entice them, for they would commit immorality, and they would eat food offered to idols. And it brought what happened, God brought a plague, many died, and Balak rewards Balaam for that. But unfortunately, when Joshua comes in to conquer the land, he conquers Moab, Balaam dies because of his bad counsel and coming against God's wisdom. So I find out here that just how to be independent, but at the same time to be able to use that independence to be able to serve God. I call it independently dependent on God, and I would believe that God would have rewarded Balaam even more than what, and with long life, if he would have not compromised. So how to be free? The star king of kings, that's Jesus, and that's real Independence Day. I find when I said, so I had to say, I want to be dependent on Christ, regardless of what things that I can do on my own. I want to be dependent on Him, and I have the freedom to do that. I'm independent. I have freedom to make a choice, And so do you today. So let's use our freedom today to be and celebrate that we can choose the King of Kings, the real star. I don't want to be one star. I don't want to be the star. I don't want anybody else to be the star. But Jesus is the star. Let's let him be the star. Let us give our independence to him, depend on him, and see the great rewards he has. Well, God bless you. Have a great day today. And remember to go to the online to the services that we'll be having this weekend.